Hi everybody! Welcome into the Brix studio. I'm Blair Archer, your host for this edition of Lego at Home, and I'm so excited to build some more cool stuff with all you awesome library patrons, Lego lovers, and fellow builders out there. Let's reach into the Lego head and see what we're going to be building today. Robots! As a lot of you know, I'm super excited because I'm a huge fan of robots. If you've been in my programs, I probably brought some cool robots and mecha that I built in for show and tell. Maybe you've even gotten to play with some of them. Today we're going to learn how to build some really cool robots with pieces you have in your own collection. So let's take a look over here at what we're going to be building today, and then show you how you can modify it and make it your own and make super amazing robots and mecha at your own home. Alright, let's hit the bricks over here at the building desk and show you how to assemble your very own robot. As I said, some of you might be familiar with this design. I've shared it a lot in the in-person events and programs as a great way to create a stand-in for a minifigure. It makes a fantastic robot for the minifigure scale Lego world or any other scale you wish for it to be. We have our pieces over here on this side that we will use to create the basic frame and show you how you can make some simple variations that will really allow you to have a lot of fun with your robot design. So first, we need to gather up some of these parts. We need a few specific Lego elements in order to make this work, including some clips, a jumper plate, two 1x2 clips with a jumper plate, this modified brick with studs on all sides except the bottom, often called a Travis brick, two headlight bricks with the studs coming off the side, and if you have one of these hinges around, we're going to use it, sorry about that, for the variation where your robot can sit down. If you don't have any of that particular kind of headlight brick, you can sub in these, and if you do so, grab a 1x1 round plate and pop it on there. That way our arms can still move. So we start by picking up our jumper plate and our two headlight bricks, and assembling those like so. This creates the torso for our robot, where our head and arms will go. The jumper plate is especially useful, yet again, for getting the neck in the middle of our body, because it allows us to build at what's called a half stud offset, right in between where two studs would normally be. After you do that, you can take your Travis brick, pop it on top there, then take your clips, stick them on for arms. Hello. Or rather, beep boop. Oop, not quite done yet. Hee. Then, if you want to make your robot sit, you can add one of these, or you can use a standard brick and transition into some legs, and cylinders can make great legs. If you want to make them a little bit taller, you can have them a little bit shorter. You can really go anywhere you want from here. I have an example here of one from the programs earlier this year where someone has made arms that swing by actually using a Technic brick in place of a headlight with a Technic half pin in there. We got this cool drill hand on there. And then they asked about how they could make their robot sit down, and I suggested if you add this hinge here, you can get them, let's get back together here, to articulate and sit like that. So, I'd love to see what everybody can come up with at home in their own robot designs. These are a great way to build a small character. Once you get it to this point, you can decorate your robot with all manner of different tiles or even hairstyles and hats. If you simply usually pop a single round plate on top there, let's steal some here. You can usually get something to sit on there. It's a really fun little model, and I think you're going to really like some of the custom designs that I'm about to show you. Alright, so here we have a little modified version that I came up with that's kind of like a classic space helper robot. So we've swapped out some of our elements in order to change the appearance of the robot. So instead of using just the 1x2 plate with clips for the arms, on this arm I've actually used some really different stuff. So we used the recessed headlight bricks in the torso, and the torso, the shoulders with the jumper plate, and the head with this snot brick, the Travis brick with studs on all sides except the bottom, are all the same, but we've added some detail in some of these other elements. So I used one of my favorite pieces, this guy, the 1x1 round plate with open hole. That open stud allows you to build straight through there using any bar techniques. So that is where I'm attaching this arm. And this arm is built around one of these. This is called a pneumatic T because it's a T shape, and it is from the pneumatic system. It has holes running through it. So this is like a little piece of plumbing. Those holes actually run all the way through that T and allow for air to travel through when used in the pneumatic system. Right now though, we're just using it as our bar connection, and we're connecting it to this bar holder here and using the 1x1 round plate with open stud to create a connection there, and then attaching it to our robot. On the other side, we're using the same technique, but still using the 1x2 modified plate with clip on there, and then a little grill tile on the outside just for some texture. Instead of the standard brick for the legs, I've used some cylinders and some round plates here to give a little bit more texture. And then we've really added some nice details on the top here, where we've given it some of these little gear shift pieces for antenna, a viewfinder laser eye, and a little cheese slope there on the top, just to really give it a nice little shape. In fact, it is a lot like some of our old space robots. This is actually a little robot assistant from the early 1990s. This guy is from the M-Tron sets. Let's see, oh, there we go, nice and clear. So we have this really nice minifig scale that we can achieve by making these little robots. They work as such awesome companions for any of your minifigure scenes when you're talking about space or the future or scientists researching robotics in our own time right now. So thank you for joining me today in the LEGO studio here and learning about how to build awesome robots. I can't wait to see what kind of amazing robot designs you come up with at home. You can share them with me on my Instagram at Brix, B-R-I-X, _ EDU, or at the Brix EDU Facebook page. I would love to see what you are all making out there, and I can't wait to come back and teach you about how to build some really cool stuff again very soon. Bye! See you next time!